Martin Sorrell, CEO of WPP, on the integration of advertising, editorial, public relations, and social media.
We see product placement, we see sponsorship. I mean, it already has. I mean, I think the consumer is no fool. David Ogilvy had that wonderful phrase, it was politically incorrect today, or is completely incorrect today. The consumer's not a moron, it's your wife. So the consumer's not a moron, it's your partner. But you see it, as long as, on newspapers, as long as it says advertorial, I think that's fine. The interesting thing about the social media is, social media are really modern day letter writing. In the old days we used to write letters to one another, now we correspond through digital means. That's fine. But when you invade those social media, which are sort of pure media, with commercial messages, consumers get upset. They don't like to have their personal space invaded unless they've accepted it. So you saw even people like Mark Zuckerberg, who's probably the most knowledgeable person on social media on the planet, the founder of Facebook, make a couple of mistakes. And they made mistakes because they tried to monetize, that terrible word, monetize the performance of Facebook, and consumers didn't like it. So they had to withdraw the experiment. So these are fairly sort of pure, these are more public, in my view, more public relations media rather than display media. And YouTube, MySpace are probably more able to take advertising in a display and classic sense than a Facebook or a Twitter. That doesn't mean Facebook and Twitter can't generate advertising revenues, they can, but they maybe have to do it in a more discreet way. And using Twitter and using Facebook can be much more potent, because it's not paid. I know if I can get you to say something nice about WPP in the media, we know from research that it's more effective than paid for. So if I get, on a national newspaper, if I get an article written about WPP is great, that's more effective than having an ad there next to the editorial which says WPP is great.